This is hands down one of the most powerful card tricks that I know that will always get insane reactions. It looks something like this. So we can have the deck be completely shuffled, and now we can have the spectator say stop at truly any card. Does not matter what the card is. Let's say they remember this one here. And once the card is remembered, I will simply ask the spectator to hold their hand out palm upwards, just like this. And we'll just place the deck in their own hands. And now I will simply ask them to cut the deck on the count of 3. Just cut it anywhere. Ready? 1, 2, 3. They cut the deck. And yeah. What? The reactions I get from this trick are so insane. There is no real preparation for this trick. However, there is one little thing you will have to do before you actually start the trick, and that is to give the deck a tiny little bend, just like this. Not a super strong bend, just a tiny bend. This is enough to make the trick work. Once you're in this position, you can have the deck be completely shuffled, and now you're going to have the spectator peek at any card in this fashion here. It can truly be any card, but try to time it so that it's somewhere in the middle of the deck. Let's use the King of Clubs. Once that card is looked at, you're going to insert your pinky and then bring your hand down as you riffle the cards, and that will maintain a pinky break on their selection. Now you can spread through the cards, you can even shuffle the cards on top above the break if you want to, but you're going to ask the spectator to hold their hand out palm up. And as you do this, I like to point to them, and this is the justification for doing the sleight of hand. What you're going to do is grab all of the cards above the break, and you're going to use your left fingers under here to grab their selection, which is on the bottom of this packet, to grab this card as your wrist turns over like this, and now my fingers will simply slide this card along as I point to the spectator and ask them to hold their hand out. Can you hold your hand out? And at full speed, it should look something like this. And there you go. Now the card is face up on the top of this packet, and I will bring my hands together by angling this packet up so that they won't be able to see this card, and I'll simply place all the cards back on top. And now you can grab their hand, move it to where you want to be, and then place the deck sideways in their hands just like this. You can also place it vertically, but I've found a higher success rate with the cards being sideways. If you simply ask the spectator to cut without thinking about it, 90% of the time they will just naturally cut in the middle of the deck to the bent card. However, if they do not cut to their card, let's say they actually cut a little bit less, you can have them try it again and just say, I will now give you the power to cut to their own card. You're just gonna snap your fingers, pretend like you're giving them the power, and now they can try it again, and there's a much higher chance that they will actually cut to it again. And if they don't keep cutting to it, if they fail again, then you can just say, don't worry, I always can do it myself. And it will still be a very surprising reaction if you are the one that cuts to it, because now the spectator has only been seeing face down cards. But the moment they see this face up card, it doesn't matter who is the one that's cutting to it, this will give a great reaction either way.